It is time to round up another big headline of the week. The National Office of the Sigma Nu Fraternity has suspended all activities at its Old Dominion University. That's after 3 sexually suggestive banners were hung from the front porch of the group's off-campus house. Some of the signs read, "Freshman daughter drop off" and "Go ahead and drop off mom too." Both the school and university are trying to find out who exactly made the banners. Do the students, though, have a right to the banners, according to the First Amendment? Or are they going too far since colleges have come under fire for fostering a rape culture? The controversy over the banners is our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also weigh in on Twitter. Use the hashtag Fox26forlife. Joining us live in the newsroom is our panel led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, our news analyst, Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. All right, Chris, so from a legal standpoint, should these banners have been taken down? Should they be suspended?
Well, the thought and the words and the signs are protected by the First Amendment. You have a right to say the things that you want to say in the United States of America. And so putting those signs up is protected by the First Amendment. But here's the rub. You don't have a right to be a fraternity, and so that is a privilege afforded you by the university. And so if the university disagrees, they can cancel your charter over something even like this sign. I think the greater question is, why are we banning the university? Isn't a university a place where young people go to learn how to think and how to be adults? And why not make this a teaching moment instead of just banning this fraternity from campus and shoving this under the rug, Mustafa Tamiz? When I was in college, right about the time the earth cooled, these signs like this would have been up all the time, and we laughed about it. Whether this is fostering a rape culture, I think we need to discuss here in a little bit. But why not just make this a teaching moment with this frat?
Well, they are. They're telling them to take the signs down. Look, you know, if this culture existed since you went to college, which is, I don't know how long that is. I'm not even sure if I can think about that. But if it has gone on this long, 1 out of 4 college women.
Gerald Ford was president.
Yeah. Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's older than I thought.
Wow.
But seriously, though, 1 out of 4 college women, that's 25%, that are in college for 4 years, either is raped or is attempted to rape or being threatened of rape. Think about that. 70% of these incidents happen during a date. So when you foster a culture to say, hey, boys will be boys, well, that's not acceptable when these statistics are so alarming. So if our daughters go to these schools, is that the sign what you want to see? Is that the culture that you want to promote?
So are these signs fostering a rape culture at a college campus?
No, of course not. Look, these signs are typical of fraternities and young men having fun. I think what fosters and helps a lot of the numbers that Mustafa has, and I looked up 20%, but 25%, whatever percentage, is alcohol. So really, if you want to go to the core of the issue, it's not signs, it's you got to ban alcohol. Because whenever you get alcohol in the mix, that's what statistics are showing. That's when these kids really get in trouble. But the fact that they are expressing their viewpoints through these signs, they're not really saying, I'm going to rape your daughter, by the way. They're just saying, drop your daughter off. And at least they said something about moms, and they're not discriminating against age. But I mean, but seriously, I mean, signs do not promote that kind of culture. If you want to go deeper, have programs on campus, have the faculty interact with the students more, look at the alcohol intake, but banning a fraternity because of signs, that's a bit ridiculous.
Let me go to social media. I'll come back to you and we'll come back. Who's in there? Sally's monitoring our social media.
Hey, okay, we're going to take a look at our Fox 26 Facebook page. This got a lot of reaction. Steven says it's such a shame that sexual assault and sexual harassment is the rite of passage and to justify it as fun. Ashley Madison, potential new members. And then America says, oh, we just went black. All right. Well, America says it's a joke, people. And then Brian says vulgar signs in a frat. No, please, it can't be, said no one ever.
Well, that was kind of what I was talking about. I mean, this is a fraternity, but can that I'm sorry,
Well, I
Sally.
was going to say, just where's the progress on this issue, though? Because clearly there is a problem at universities when it comes to the rape culture.
And what about that? I mean, can these signs lead to something more? Is it just a frat being a frat? And have we made any headway in changing this culture?
Well, every time we feel like we've made a headway, or we try to restrict this type of speech on campuses that leads to rape, right? People come back and go, boys will be boys, they're just having fun. Well, you know what? I'm tired of it. I don't want people to have fun like this anymore because it's putting our kids at risk on both sides. It's the girls that are being raped, but it's the boys that are building this culture that creates this, 34 million people on Ashley Madison.
We got less than 30 seconds, but I'm reminded of the case this week of the young man from high school who had this senior prank or whatever, who was on trial for raping a 15-year-old girl. He was found not guilty of the rape, but guilty of having sex with a minor. Isn't that kind of all about the same thing, this senior prank type thing?
I don't see any sign saying I'm going to rape anyone. The signs say drop your girls off here. A high percentage of the rape cases that occur on college campuses occur on dates or occur with people that they already know, and they're repeat offenders. So the fact that these boys are saying, hey, your daughters are coming to school here, drop them off here, they're clearly having fun, they're making a joke, and the fact that you want to sit there and say this is promoting a certain culture, but you're not looking at the alcohol intake, you're not looking at other programs that are on the campus, it's ridiculous.
So a more comprehensive approach, I think, is, we can all agree on that, a more comprehensive approach.
Well, the fact that it happens in rape, it create a culture on a date, 70% of them, that you create a culture in which this kind of stuff can happen.
And it just seems to me, Sally, that the universities would make a more comprehensive approach than just banning fraternities. Let's make these teaching moments and teach young people how to be more responsible adults.